Okay, we're going to do a beginner's Pilates routine today. Something that's quite nice to just get you familiar with some of the movements and what you can expect in other Pilates classes, or if you were to attend a studio. You don't need any props for this necessarily. However, if you do have a booty band, you should grab it. Otherwise, get yourself nice and cozy. I'm wearing my comfy clothes today. I don't intend on breaking a sweat. This is quite gentle, where we'll focus more on connecting with our breath and subtle engagement through different muscles. So when you're ready, come ahead and join me. Come along and join me. Making our way down onto our back. Keeping the knees bent and planting your feet. Now you're looking for a 45-degree angle in the legs, so just gently wiggle your feet away. Hands alongside the hips to begin with, and then just draw your shoulders down your back. When you're there, bring your hands onto your hip bones. We're going to start with some pelvic tilts, so you might just place them on top, or you might kind of hug in your side waist here. Now as you inhale, you're going to puff up through your belly and gently accentuate the arch in your lower back. And as you exhale, draw in through the pelvic floor, the lower belly, and gently press your lower back towards the floor. Very gentle here. You should feel your abdominals and lower pelvic floor begin to turn on. Inhale, puff up through the belly, relax. Exhale, draw in through the pelvic floor, magnetize your hip bones towards one another, and send your rib cage down towards your hips. So we engage through the deep abdominal muscles here. Let's go for 3 more. Inhale, relax. And exhale through the mouth to engage. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now maintaining a neutral spine, gently begin to engage through the pelvic floor, the lower abdominals as we move. Arms alongside the body, palms facing down. You're going to exhale, bring the right leg into a tabletop position. So here you're just lifting the leg, stacking the knee above the hip, the ankle is in line with the knee. Inhale, touch that foot down. Other side. Exhale, left leg, tabletop position. Inhale, release. Alternate now from one side to the other. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Keep moving through. I often like to close my eyes in these ones. It helps to just really focus on the muscles that you're attempting to engage. And in this series, it's our lower abdominal muscles here. So it's small movement, but it's effective. Inhale, drop it down. Exhale, lift. We'll do 3 more. You might even place your hands on your lower belly for some feedback. And just making sure that you finish on that left side, last one. And return both feet back down. Nice. So hopefully you've started to feel the warmth in your lower belly here. We're going to take it now into our single leg toe dips. So this is where we really find our engagement through the lower belly, as we find an imprinted spine with both legs in tabletop position. So when you're ready, exhale to lift one leg into tabletop and then the other. So both legs now are up off of the ground. Knees are stacked over the hips and the ankles are in line with the knees. Now from here, take an inhale to prepare, imprinting your spine here as you exhale, and dip the right toes down towards the ground. Focus on hinging from the right hip to dip those toes down. Inhale, return. Exhale, left side, dip it down. Inhale, return. Alternate now from one side to the other. Take your time, maybe closing the eyes. You don't want your lower back lifting off the ground here at all. You want to maintain the lower back connected with the ground and the lower belly pulling in, as well as that activation through the pelvic floor. Now keep going here. I'm going to join you, focusing on your breath, inhaling, exhaling to dip. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Making sure again you just finish on that left side, and then hug both knees into your chest, rock and roll on your lower back from one side to the other. Okay, feet are going to come back down onto the ground now for an abdominal curl. Hands are going to go behind the head, interlace the fingers around the base of the skull, thumbs touching the nape of your neck, elbows are wide. From here, inhale to prepare, feel the weight of your head in your hands, and as you exhale, focusing on lifting your chest towards the ceiling, sliding your ribs down towards your hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lower belly, pulling in as you lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pelvic floor drawing in and up as you lift. And continue on here. We'll go for about 8 more. Think about lifting up onto the tips of your shoulder blades. Doesn't need to be a huge movement. Again, we're just working to awaken the deep abdominal muscles and really train them in these small little movements so that they begin to understand when they need to fire on. Oftentimes in bigger movements we lose the core connection, but that's sometimes because we haven't just activated and trained them and engaged them properly. Last 3. Last 2, head heavy. Last 1. And release the head back down. Relax the arms alongside the body. You might bring your knees back in towards your chest. Have a little sway from side to side. We're going to do those abdominal curls again in a bit of a different variation with both legs in tabletop position. If this feels like it's too much for you, then just set the feet back down and keep practicing with the legs down before you move on. So when you're ready, hands are going to come behind the head again, interlace the fingers, thumbs touch the nape of the neck, elbows wide, shoulders down. Exhale, one leg into tabletop and then the other. Knees over the hips, ankles in line with the knees, pulling down through the lower belly towards the spine. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, chest lift. Lift onto the tips of the shoulder blades, sliding your ribs down towards your hips. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 5 more. Focus on your breath here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Last 3. Last 2. Just 1 more. And rest the head down, knees to chest. Have a little rock from side to side. Okay. We're going to go for our hundreds prep next. Now, our hundreds prep is quite intense. It's a little bit more challenging than the other ones that we've done. Just know that at any point you can drop the head back down onto the floor to take rest and continue working through the rest of the body. And then if you feel okay to lift the head again, then you're absolutely welcome to. So, as a beginner class, we're going to keep the legs in tabletop for this. More advanced as you progress would be the legs towards the ceiling and then the legs to a 45-degree angle, but we won't worry about that just now. Keep those legs bent into a tabletop position. Again, if it's quite challenging for you and it's quite a lot to hold the legs up, you can definitely just set them down for this. But begin by lifting the legs and just give it a go. With our legs in tabletop, we're imprinting our spine. So there's no gap between my lower back here and the floor. You're drawing in through your pelvic floor and hands are going to reach down alongside the hips. You're going to take an inhale to prepare. As you exhale, chest lift, come up onto the tips of the shoulder blades. Beat the hands down for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax the head. Keep the arms extended. Exhale, lift, beat those hands. 3, 2, 1. We go again. Inhale down, exhale, lift and beat. 3, 2, 1. Again, inhale down, exhale, lift and beat. 3, 2, 1. Let's keep going. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. You might find that the 3 little audible breaths helps you here. You're welcome to do 3 little audible breaths or 1 audible exhale. Lift again, exhale. Keep going. Last 4. Now this should be your last one. And bring those knees in towards your chest as you rest the head down. Have a little rock and roll from side to side. Maybe the lower body stays stationary and you sway the head from one side to the other. When we're coming into our abdominal curls, it can be a lot of tension sometimes on the neck and shoulders. And it stays, or it might be like that for you when you begin to practice Pilates or begin to practice core work. And as you advance, you'll find that your core is strong enough to keep you lifted there and you're not compensating through the upper extremities, through the head, neck and shoulders as often. But again, if it becomes too much, you can always perform these exercises with the head down. So let's move on. We're going to rock and roll our way up. And then from there, we're going to come into our side lying glutes. So this is somewhere that the booty band might come in handy if you have one. You're going to take it around your legs, just above your knees, onto your thighs. And then lying down on your side. Now from here, I often like to teach side clams or side lying glutes with the elbow and forearm down. I just find that this helps people really accentuate through the waist rather. However, you can extend that bottom arm out nice and long and instead lie on your bicep or cradle your head in your hands. Now, I'm not going to do this because I find that it hurts my neck just a little bit, and I would rather keep my waist lifted and keep that elbow down. You're finding a little bit of shoulder engagement here as well. So choose your upper body position and then take your bum and scoot it towards the back of your mat. So wherever you are, you have a diagonal spine. So it's neutral, but it's on a diagonal. And then the knees come in front of the hips and then stacking the ankles beneath the knees. So a 90-degree angle. Top hand might come onto the waist or it might set down in front. We're going to start with our clams. So take an inhale to prepare. And as you exhale, open up that top knee, keeping the feet together. Inhale to close. Try to keep some resistance on the band even as you close. Exhale to open. Nice. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now this top hand on the hip is actually quite good because you can gather some feedback here. And what we don't want happening is the top hip rolling back as you open the leg. There we're not working through the glutes at all. So you want to keep the hips stacked, you want to keep the shoulders stacked, and it's just a small little micro movement through that leg. So knee opens, knee close, knee open and close. Lovely. From here, we're going to find some pulses. So Pilates has lots of pulses all the time, and as much as they hurt, they're really good. So in 3, we'll go for our top range and pulse even higher. 2 and 1. Open up that knee. Now pulse that leg up and up, up and up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close the leg off. Have a little tap of the glute if you need it. We're going to move into our jaw next. So this time the whole leg lifts. Keep that top hand on the hip or down in front. You're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, whole top leg lifts, opening up that whole gap, but again, not rolling the hips back. Inhale, lower the leg. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. Exhale to lift. Very nice. We're keeping both feet flexed here. I'm starting to feel this already. But it's really good to work these outer muscles here in such a gentle way. Very nice. We're going to go for 5 more and then pulse. For 4, lower waist is still lifted. 3, that's 2. 1, hold it up. Now pulse the leg up an inch and down an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, well done. Close the legs off. Tap out that glute. We're going to go for our bend and extend next. So we're going to find a little bit of a gap between the bottom leg and the top leg. That is my dog Makara. Sorry about that. And then you're just going to go for a bend and extend. So keep the leg lifted, knee is bent. Exhale, extend the leg towards the bottom of your mat. You want the heel to be in line with the hip. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Keep the foot flexed the whole time so you feel like you're really driving through the heel. Nice. Let's go for 8 and 7, 6. Feeling as though you're squeezing through your under bum, so that part where your hamstring meets your glutes. 4, 3, 2. This time you're going to keep it out, keep the leg lengthened. Now take your toes and point them down towards the floor, so you're internally rotating the leg. You're going to lift the leg and lower. Lift and lower for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You feel these ones right away. And 1. Bend the knee, return everything back towards the center. Tap it out. Okay, roll onto your back. We're going to mix that up with a little bit of hip bridges. Roll all the way down. Band is still on if you are using it. Legs are at that 45-degree angle. Palms are alongside the body. Let the hands face down. Roll your shoulders into their sockets. And then the feet are planted hips distance apart. Take an inhale to prepare. We're going to work with a neutral spine here. As you exhale, send your hips up towards the sky in one big press. Drive through your feet. Inhale, lower the bum down towards the floor. Exhale, big press. Drive through the feet. Squeeze the glutes. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Core is on here as you work. And we're not trying to tense through the glutes here. We just want to activate them. So again, maybe you close down the eyes. And as you press into the heels to lift the hips, you feel your glutes turn on. Now maybe you keep working here, or maybe instead of letting your bum touch the floor, you keep it hovering an inch, so you keep that resistance, and then you press back up as you exhale. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. 4 more before we pulse. Well done. We go for 3. Let's go 2. And 1. Stay up there on this last one. Now lower the bum and lift just an inch. So small little pulses at the top here. Keep these controlled. Keep them intentional. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Or you can think about it like a squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay lifted on this last one. We're going to open the knees and close. Open and close. Try not to roll out on the ankles, so keep the feet on the ground. Keep the hips lifted. Keep the glutes engaged. And it's just a small movement here, so you should feel the outside of your glutes initiating this movement. Last 5, 4, 3. Think about lengthening your knees away from you. 2 and 1. Knees come parallel. Slowly roll your spine all the way back down. Nice. We're going to come up. Finish off with our glutes on the other side. So again, choose your upper body position. Maybe you're lying all the way down, resting on the bicep. Maybe it's comfortable for you to cradle the head with your hand. Or maybe you're with me and you're up on that forearm and that elbow. Scoot your bum towards the back of your mat. Spine is in a nice diagonal line. Knees come forward directly from the hips. And then the ankles stack underneath the knees. Let's go for those clams. Left hand on top of the hip. Inhale. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Exhale, open. So keep working through here. Again, we just don't want that top hip to be rolling back. But otherwise, this is a pretty straightforward movement. We're looking for a sensation through the outer left leg here. Specifically a muscle called the glute med. So it's a small little muscle here on the outside of your butt cheek. And even if you put your hand on it, you can begin to feel that this is the muscle that's initiating this movement here. Just like when we were on our back doing our bridges and we were opening and closing the knees. We're going to go for 5 more before we pulse. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it open. Now up an inch and down an inch at that top range. Little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Close the knees off. Give your butt a little bit of a tap. The next one we're going to come into is jaw. So again, whole leg lifts this time. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift that top leg off the bottom. Try not to let the hips roll back. Keep them stationary. Inhale, close. Exhale, lift. Inhale, close. Exhale, lift. Now I'll let you keep going with this one, just focusing on your breath. Lifting through that bottom waist. Let's go for 5 more. 4, 3, 2. We're going to hold it open at that top range. Now pulse. Up an inch, down an inch for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. I haven't done these clams in quite a while, so they're really getting me. Okay, bend and extend is our next one, and then finishing with that lengthened leg and an internal rotation. So find your starting position and then just lift that top leg. Inhale, we bend. Exhale, we kick back through the heel and extend. My body is in one long line here. Inhale to bend. Exhale to extend. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We have 8 more. Four. I hope my counting's right. 3, 2. We're going to keep it extended now. 1. Point the toes down, internally rotate that leg. We lift and lower. Lift and lower. Kicks in right away. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Bend the knee, tap it out. Come to sit up on your mat. You can take that resistance band off if you were working with it. And then we're just going to go for a seated glute stretch. So sitting up on your bum, feet are down, take that right ankle, cross it over the left knee, and then take the hands behind you. You might even turn the fingertips to face back if that feels comfortable. And then from here, the closer you bring that left foot, the more you'll feel this in the outer right glute. And you can just relax, close your eyes, press into the hands to open your chest. You might even tilt the head back, lift the chin, expose the throat. I find this is quite nice to do, especially if I've been at a computer desk all day, or I've been looking at my phone for longer than I should be. And then when you're ready, you can release that left foot away and unravel through the legs. Take it to the other side. Left foot crosses over. And then bring that right leg close to accentuate the sensation on the left-hand side of the glute. Maybe the head drops back, a little sway from side to side. Breathe in and out. And then when you're ready, slide the right foot away and unravel through the legs. And we are all done. Well done. I hope you come back and do another class with me. Have a lovely day.